selling points. So let's lay them on a little bit, get a little bit more buy-in from cops. I like the approach you had on what they call the unique selling position, and that's the one where, say, you took a volunteer organization, no money, no thing that people just hear volunteering, and you can lead them towards success, and be able to say, I led them in that direction, and make that as a selling point on your resume. That's a good, strong point to say for folks here who are trying to develop their careers. I think that was one of the key points of the speech. Vocal variety could have been a little bit better, a little bit more emphasis, just because you're selling something. You want to make sure that you exude that conviction with aplomb. And finally, closed strongly. This is the hallmark of salesmen. It's like always be closing. And Jimmy knows. And I like what they put into the manual. If you're not getting buy-in right away from the audience that says, yeah, well, what's the cost, what's the price, or whatever, try and get them to buy in by asking some questions about, and in this case, you can include the whole thing with, what about you? Wouldn't leadership be great? What leadership position would you be interested in? Would you like to be secretary or president? See if you can get them to buy it. It's kind of like saying to them, well, what color do you want? You haven't bought it yet, they're not even saying I want to buy it. So what color are you interested in? See if you can get people to buy in a little bit more and use that as part of your sales technique. But that would give a stronger conclusion and make it a better selling product. Once again, welcome back. Congratulations on getting back here in the advanced manuals. Very exciting to see you. It's kind of Tiger's thing.
Yeah. Okay, our second evaluator is Brian, and he will be evaluating Jeresh's speech.
Jereshia, the thing I love about you every time you talk, whether it's a speech or not, is you're always positive, and that attitude comes through all, which is a tremendous attribute to have, and you're also high energy, which is something I wish I had a little more of in my speeches. So I love that about your speeches always. I also really liked very professional up here. I thought that was excellent. You had really great points within the body of your speech. Things about the great people, the opportunities the company provides. So I liked a lot of that background in there. I also don't know if you felt it, but I think you mentioned you have a little bit of nerves when you speak, and that really doesn't come through, I didn't think, except unless it's the speed of the speech, which does bring me to the point of, I know that was something you were really working on. It was still very fast, and there were a couple points where I wrote them down. There was one time where you said every single day, and you basically said every single day, and another one where you said you loved every single day, and you really paused and you actually looked up and smiled, and it really felt that was very effective when you did that. So if there's a way in the structure of the speech to, at points when you're breaking to another point, to just breathe and smile and look up, it was extremely effective when you did that. So that would be one big recommendation. I can tell you I'm on I think my 8th speech trying to put in some vocal variety, and I still have yet to figure out how to do it. You're only on speech 2, so you've got time to work on that pace. But you are so much more effective when you do those occasions when you just slow down, especially when you look up and smile. Organizationally, again, I thought you had some very good points. I maybe missed a little bit of the structure at the beginning. I don't know if at the beginning you could tell them what you're going to tell them and say something like, I'm going to talk about opportunities the company provides, which I know you had some very good points on that, and what you love about your job here. You had a number of very good points on that. And then maybe something like your recommendations for them during their internship. To have tell them at the beginning, I've got, there's 3 things or however many that you're trying to convey to them. And I think that would help you structure your points a little bit better, because the points were there in the body. I just kind of missed the structure around the speech. And I think that would maybe lead into a good conclusion too. You know, again, with your energy and positive attitude, just then at the end, you know, whether it's just most of all have fun, you know, gain experience, whatever, just some kind of good conclusion to wrap it all up. So I think it's all there. I think just putting a little more structure around it. And again, just try to force those pauses, and when you do look up and smile, because the times you did that, I thought were extremely effective and really, really helped the speech. So overall, very good. And just keep working on that reading and smiling.
Thank you.
It's kind of fun being Toastmaster when you have two speakers and two evaluators.